It's been absolutely eye-opening being with you. Your talent, your ability, how you soak up things, your interest in the sport, your ability to drive yourself so hard. Do you feel the same way about him the other way?
Well, it's quite interesting. I'm surprised because Garcia said the complete opposite about me. So that's quite interesting.
The complete opposite?
Yeah, like I'm hard to work with, I dictate my training, this, that. So that's quite interesting. That.
Have you worked hard under Derek?
Work hard under every coach.
You called it torture.
I work hard under every coach I work with.
And Eddie Hearn said about your training camp that you really like stripped it back, that sometimes at Loughborough the red carpet was rolled out and you're treated like this celebrity. How has that changed into your new camp with stripping it back?
Like a celebrity?
Yeah.
In a fucking stinky boxing gym. This is celebrity shit. Like imagine going into the gym like this, the red carpet. I wish. Boxing, yes champ. Oh yeah, are you hearing this? Boxing, like they say that I get treated like some celebrity in a boxing gym. I'm like, huh? Where does this stigma come from?
Yes, you do.
Oh fuck off, man! Can't get out of the camera.
Yes,
How?
you do.
How?
Yes, you do.
How?
They wipe your face, they tie your shoes for you. Yes, you do. Stop lying. Tell the people the truth, bro. It's Del Boy a bit of a celebrity. Wrap your hands for you.
Del Boy's a celebrity.
Ah, shut
Del
your
Boy is a
mouth.
celebrity.
Hey, whatever he's telling you, he's lying.
Del Boy's a
They drive
celebrity.
him to the gym, they let carry his bags for him. They tie his laces for him.
I ride a bike to the gym.
The only thing they don't do for
Have
him
you got
is
any
give
cowboy
him a
boots?
shower.
Are you doing Dallas?
No cowboy boots, no cowboy hats yet. I haven't got to take in the culture, but I want to get out to Texas soon again, so I can I'll be training like once a day without so much pressure on me, and then I could like train but still enjoy like the culture. Maybe buy some cowboy boots.
Maybe go to the Cowboys games as well.
Maybe,
when they start
yeah, I
again.
missed out. Some of the boys went to the basketball game, but I missed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then in terms of seeing you in the ring on Sunday, is it the old ferocious AJ we're going to see back? Like, what are you feeling for?
I think if Franklin possesses certain weaknesses, I'll be able to exploit them. So it's been difficult over the last few fights to exploit people's weaknesses because they're very difficult to catch and pin down. But hopefully I'll be able to exploit Franklin's weaknesses and show some of like my old self, as you said. Yeah.
Yeah, have you dreamt of a knockout for this?
Yeah, definitely.
That old destroyer, the killer.
But like, there's a process.
Yeah.
There's a process. Like, I don't think anyone's ever. Well, there's a few people, but at a certain level, it's hard to go into the ring and knock someone out within like 10 seconds. So there's a process to kind of getting that knockout, which I have to be
Because
disciplined.
weirdly,
Yeah.
the non-boxing aficionados, and you do cross over enormously into the mainstream, not the prism of just boxing. People think he's just there for someone to knock out, but he's no mug, is he?
I think that's crazy, but I understand. There's high expectations, right?
Yeah.
People put their own expectations on other people, and people put me in high regard. So that's where the pressure comes from, is me having to deliver, which I understand, and I'll do my best for sure.
Last 12 fights have been world title fights. This isn't.
Yeah.
And it's not in a stadium. I think 10 of those have been in stadiums.
Yeah.
Or 9 of them. Does that change anything, or does it not for you?
Yeah, definitely. This is kind of an indication of where you're at. This is like a fight, because it's like, let's strip it back to when we was getting towards the title. You're moving in that direction again. So these are like fights where it's like, all right, I'm in contention, I'm a contender to get to the championship. So I've got to fight like I'm leading towards that. Like the champions have got to look at me and say, yeah, he's a serious contender coming up. So that's how that feels now. And in terms of performance, just go out there and do my best and do it better than anyone else.
What about the F word? Fury.
Nah, like he's been a great champion. He's been entertaining for the public. I think he's given us a lot of entertaining commentary, a lot of entertaining fights with Deontay Wilder. So he's done well for himself.
But if it does get over the line, you win on Saturday night, you look spectacular.
Oh, what
you
with,
probably won't call him out, but what if that got over the line for the summer as well? The biggest fight we could have in this generation.
Well, I'll say, remember, we've tried to make that fight three times.
We had a two
arbitration.
Yeah, that was a 2-5.
That was already, that was signed and sealed. I was actually in training for that, and then it fell through. And then we had this recent one where I just lost and he gave me a deadline.
Were you serious about wanting that fight then?
Yeah, I took it.
Eddie didn't want you to go in there apparently.
Why wouldn't he want me to go in there?
I don't know.
Well, I kind of tell Eddie, I was like, yeah, let's let's look at the situation. But it was like, oh, you've got this amount of time to get it done. It's difficult. It's hard when you're putting and someone's trying to dictate you and put you under that amount of pressure. But it is what it is. I understand his frustration. He wanted to get out, but it was just like it wasn't time permitted. And I think now, I feel like there's no better time. I feel like now Fury, providing the Usyk fight doesn't happen and he doesn't fight anyone in between, I think he needs me at the minute.
Yes.
Why didn't that
That's
happen
what
last
you're
year?
saying.
Who,
Yes.
with me and who?
Fury. Who was to blame?
Which one?
The one with the deadlines.
Maybe me. I didn't meet his deadline.
Who was to blame in the breakdown in Fury Usyk over the past couple of weeks?
I don't know. I wasn't involved in those negotiations.
Femi, what do you... You've got an important fight on Saturday. This is your comeback fight. This is a new dawn. What does it mean to you personally? Forget the fans. What does it mean to you personally to get back on that stage and show us who you are?
It'll be really good. It'll be really good. Like, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, fighters. So, you know, hearing that final bell or hearing the ref count it out, honestly, it's such like a high like feeling that no amount of like, I don't think money or sex or anything can kind of give you that kind of feeling. It's true, like it's a mad feeling. But then the thing is, I remember once when I beat Pulev, and I was just like in a cab back home on my own, and I was like, life just goes on. Like I built myself up for this big event, like I've got to win, I'm defending the title, and it was just like, it was just done. I was just driving home on my own, and it was just...
What's the plan then for after this fight?
Well, there's only two things that can happen. One person will win, one person will lose. So let me put myself in the winning seat. I'm going to try and maintain a standard. So, because we build ourselves so high up to get into like fighting condition, so many rounds of sparring and training and running, that I don't want to dip too much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hopefully maintain the standard. So next time I'm in camp, like I'm going to higher heights and a tougher fight will be presented.
Do you feel
Are
like
you
you've got
able
points
to predict a round at this point?
Nah,
Come on, you're very accurate.
No, I
normally.
am.
You've only been wrong once for me.
I am.
Once.
I'm
With me
not
and
gonna
Chizzy
say.
Dave, you were wrong once.
You didn't give us your what happens if it's unfortunately the other way there. You know, what do you make of this narrative where everybody talking about he's got to retire, he must retire?
I
What do
will.
you think about
I will. I'll retire. If
Oh.
I lose,
You say that with a smile.
Because it's just like, I'm not here to battle people. If people want me to retire, I'm not retire. I said it to you last time, innit?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight.
There'll always be fights for you though.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not even the money, it's just like the competitor in you.
Yeah.
I think that's what's important. If you've got that competitive spirit,
Yeah.
You want to be at the top.
yeah, like what happens? If you lose a game of Monopoly, you're gonna give up at the next Christmas party.
You feel like
You're gonna-
Fight that stronger, right?
Huh?
You feel like you've got a point to prove. It's been titled A New Dawn. Do you think this is a new beginning, a new chapter in your career?
Yeah. Each fight is a new chapter, I'll say. You know.
You're only ever 2 fights
Each
away
fight.
from fighting for the world title, let's be honest.
Yeah, correct. That's what I mean. But
Could be the next
every
fight.
fight, every chapter is so important. Every chapter is so important.
Is it weird being one of the most scrutinised athletes on the planet? Like everything you do is
Not on
so
the planet.
scrutinised.
Not on the planet. Just around Watford and London.
But is it weird being so scrutinised?
But do you know what it is? It comes with the business, it comes with the territory, and I know that when I am retired, I'm gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be like, fuck everyone, I'm done.
In the UK,
Because it's like you lot put so much pressure on me. When I'm done, it's gonna be like the chains are gone, so I'm just gonna be laughing like I made it out. Like
What's been the biggest pressure of this camp?
the biggest pressure,
Of this camp?
the consistency. It's very challenging, it's very like demanding, but it's all good. I feel blessed because I went out searching for this. I wanted someone who could push me and I got it. So when I'm being pushed, it's actually made me say to myself, listen, this is what I've wanted. Don't shy away, like stay consistent.
What's been the difference between this camp and your last camp with Garcia?
It feels like in a way, it's weird. It feels like we've had more time in a way. I don't know how to explain it. But I feel comfortable. I don't know how to explain it. You know, like when you're having fun, I don't know, like you're just taking in the environment. I don't know, it's just
because you're in a
just
new
in my
place with
stride.
James.
Yeah,
what's
maybe.
What's he added to your arsenal?
Output. He's an ex-fighter. He retired about 13 years ago. So someone that's just retired probably has memories of what it's like to be in the ring. So he pushes me to be fight fit, which is really good, really good. And also like positioning. Like there's ring generalship, which is underrated. Like for someone from the outside, it's like just hit him, but that person is like
you got to break him down.
They position themselves to kind of ride shots and to. So like he teaches me about ring generalship, and one of his main things as well is defense.
Secretly, how confident are you that you're going to get your belts back?
Confident.
What have you enjoyed most about this camp?
The sparring. Doing a lot of sparring, because I appreciate my sparring partners. They put in a lot of work. They work with me and really push me. But like, I feel like sparring is probably like the toughest part of training. It's the closest thing to a fight. And you got to spar with maybe like 3 people at a time, which is sometimes challenging. But looking back, even though it's hard, I got through, and I'm here now prepared for a fight due to that tough stuff.
Derek said finally that you did 15 minutes with him boxing non-stop at some points in this camp as well, and he was so pleased with that, without a break.
Yeah, because it may seem like if 15 minutes could be like jab, move around, he's like, he has a lot high output, so it's good. It's really conditioned me.
You enjoy that? Did it test you?
Yeah, it tested me. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. It was tough,
yeah,
but in a sense, that's what I wanted, so I did enjoy it. Yeah, I did. It's weird. I've wanted this, and I'm getting it. It's tough, but it's like I wanted it. It's like a weird complex. It's weird.
You can show it to us on Saturday night, brother.
Exactly.